Vektur Yagna Yir.
What was that? Where's that voice?
This is the story of a young girl. A girl who had strange and disturbing dreams.
I know this place. I've been here before. This is the ancient stone city amidst the jungle.
Kar Vektur Yagna Yir. Doctor Wes.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, ignore him. Just ignore him. He's not gonna hurt you. Just keep going. This constellation. Where am I? This is not the Earth.
Kar Vektur Yagna Yir.
Khan Vektur Yagna Yith. In other words, find a statuette and save my race.
The statuette! Here it is. Finally! I have to get it, I have to...
This is the story of Evie Drayton.
Quick. Before I forget. Where did I put my notebook? I have to write everything down.
Looking for answers was part of Evie's observant nature and analytical mind. Her recurrent dreams began shortly after a period in 1956, when she'd completely lost consciousness.
Uncle Mo showed me a trick or two when I would help him in the motor shop. Tinkering with gadgets always puts me at ease. I was lucky to be accepted at Miskatonic. It was one of the first universities in Massachusetts to admit non-white students. I couldn't leave my science fiction book collection in Benoit. Spitsbergen Island and Svalbard. Apparently, I researched this area of the Arctic thoroughly during the time I lost consciousness. This photo was taken during my amnesia. I don't remember anything about it. When I saw this picture, I couldn't believe it. It's the same statuette I always see in my dreams. I've searched every astronomy book at the Miskatonic Library, but none of them contain any reference to this constellation. Beatrice, along with me, is one of the few ladies studying physics at Miskatonic. Julian, Beatrice, Herbie, and I, we're always together. Oh, here it is. Evie's Nightmare Journal.
Evie was worried that someone might read it. That's why she kept it locked away under that complicated padlock.
Yes?
Is this... are you Evangeline Drayton?
That's right. Who am I talking to?
I am the Dean of Archaeology at Miskatonic University. I believe you wanted to ask me some questions, right?
Yes. Yes, of course. It's a pleasure to finally meet you, Professor
Meet me today at 6 p.m. at 5 Prospect Road, outside of Boston.
Boston? That's almost a 2-hour train ride from Arkham. I thought
Do you want to talk or not?
Yes, of course. I'll be there. 6 p.m., Prospect Road. See you in a couple of hours, Professor. All right, I should get ready. There's a lot of information here about my strange dreams and my amnesia. I'd better go through it again before I leave. I don't want to miss any questions when I talk to the professor. I've always been a good student, but during my amnesia period, I almost reached excellence. All straight A's? I must have written about 1,000 letters to the archaeology dean in Miskatonic, and I've never received any answer. I wish Papa had never taken that job in San Francisco. He'd still be with us. The Hydrangea Foundation took care of the insurance payout for Dad's accident. I had scholarships to attend several black colleges in the South, but it was the Foundation's money that allowed me to cover the tuition here at Miskatonic. Rhythm and blues is definitely my kind of music.
Before leaving, Evie asked herself if she had finished gathering all the information in her room.
All right, I think I've gathered what I need.
As odd as it seemed to Evie that the dean didn't meet her at the university, her need to know was stronger than her doubts. She was determined to attend the meeting. There, she would come across another protagonist in this story.
So, you have finally decided to talk to that young lady, Professor.
Yes.
Acknowledging responsibility for our previous mistakes is vital to moving forward. You've taken a crucial step in...
Listen, there's no need for us to talk, Doctor. The only reason I let you into my house is because you insisted it was necessary to prescribe my medication.
This is also the story of a sad, guilt-ridden, and lonely man. This is the story of my husband, Professor Harry Everhart.
Yes, I know well enough that discussing the effectiveness of our therapy sessions with you is futile. But you need to understand that therapy is just a part of the whole treatment. Without it, I can't go and...
Ask whatever you deem necessary, and let's get this over with as soon as possible.
Fine. What about your position as dean at Miskatonic University? We talked some time ago about your relationship with work. It was somewhat obsessive.
I didn't say that. You did.
Well, you told me you practically lived secluded in this very home, and the only thing that drove you to leave it was your job obligations. So, how would you define that?
I do what they pay me for. Teaching, student assessment, and certain logistical duties fall within my responsibilities. Cheering at the Miskatonic Mariners football games does not.
And are you happy with that? With your life now?
What kind of question is that?
Well, I'm asking it because it sounds like you're subjecting yourself to a kind of self-punishment.
I am not. Next question.
There's another topic you've never wanted to delve into, Professor. Would you now be open to...
You're going to do it anyway, so go ahead.
Okay. What happened to your wife, Professor?
She died at home after a long disease.
Harry hated giving details about my death. Especially if those details meant talking about a certain expedition, and deaths other than mine.
I see. And how do you feel about that and all?
What's my wife got to do with all this?
You see, the reason I'm asking, Professor, is because when we began therapy, you mentioned visions. Some sort of oily shadows casting themselves on the wall. You mentioned those visions began shortly after whatever happened to your wife. So, tell me, do you still see those shadows, Professor?
No. Not since I started taking the medication, at least.
Excellent! That means the medication is working. Listen, there is something different I want to try in today's session. I believe hypnotherapy might...
Don't even think about it. Hypnotism is a scam.
Professor, with all due respect, I believe you're mistaking mesmerism with hypnotism. Even so, if you want me to prescribe the...
You won't give me my medication unless I submit to your quack experiment, is that it?
I'm deeply sorry you see it that way, Professor. But I need you to trust me in this.
Then go ahead. Wave a pocket watch in my face if that's what you need to do.
There's no need for pocket watches, Professor. The sound of a metronome will be more than enough. I need you to relax and free your mind. And think of something pleasant. A fond memory, if you will. Something that took place here, in the Everhart Manor.
A fond memory? In this place?
It wasn't easy for Harry to find a fond memory in the same manor where he had spent an extremely unhappy childhood.
Maybe.
Maybe.
December 1930. The last Christmas my wife and I ever spent at Everhart Manor. She insisted on coming, despite my parents never approving of our marriage. But that was the kind of person she was.
Interesting. Tell me more about it, Professor Everhart.
Every time I gave her a present, I prepared a little scavenger hunt. She loved it. She loved solving my stupid riddles.
As you may have noticed, this story has more than one protagonist. And though I am not one of them, I believe I, Nora Everhart, play a crucial part in it. Can I open my eyes now, Harry?
Not yet. We're almost there. Let me open the door and... Now, open your eyes.
Look what you've prepared. It's another one of your scavenger hunts, huh?
Of course, old pal. Now, if you want your present, you'll have to earn it.
Can I use my journal to write down clues?
Well, technically that's against the rules, but I'll turn a blind eye this time.
You're so kind. Do you remember when we slow danced to Dear Old Pal of Mine at Maddie's house?
The end of the Great War Party and our first kiss. How could I forget?
Oh, look at your sad little face in this photo.
You know me. Wait. There's something wrong in this memory. This wasn't...
Ignore it. Focus on that moment. Your wife. That happy memory.
I wonder what my darling husband is keeping locked up in here.
You'll have to put that brain of yours to work to find it.
a new decade. I wonder what the future has in store for us. What are you up to now? Oh boy, what a drawing. Is this supposed to be a tree?
Of course it is. I'm doing the best I can with my limited art skills.
Well, at least you're good at playing the piano.
I'm seeing those oily shadows in here. Why am I seeing those shadows?
Focus, Professor. Keep remembering.
Tell me you didn't vandalize a piano just for a scavenger hunt, old pal.
Nora, who do you think I am? It's just crayon. This darkness. Everhart Manor. But my house is not.
Professor, don't drift off. Keep going.
Harry, I can't believe it! It's that statuette! And it even has a black ooze orb. Just what I wanted for Christmas.
No. Wait. What do you mean a statuette? Don't touch it, Nora!
Keep going, Professor. It's important. Where is the statuette now?
You. You're no psychiatrist. Who are you?
I'm not going to ask you again, Professor Everhart.
Shortly after Harry's peculiar hypnosis session, Evie finally arrived at Everhart Manor.
Prospect Road 5. Here it is. Professor Everhart. It's me, Evangeline. Wait. What is going on here? Professor? Is everything all right?
Most people would have turned away and left, but not Evangeline Drayton. She had been waiting for months to talk with the professor. No way was she letting it slip away. So, she decided to climb over the walls of the Everhart Manor.
Ugh. This looks like something straight out of Tales from the Crypt. Hey, that window is open. Professor Everhart. It's me, Evangeline. It appears the Everharts have been quite well off for generations. Or so they used to be. The Everhart children. Harrison, Matt. That must be Elizabeth Everhart. She looked the Everhart children. Harrison, Madeline, Richard, and Donna. Wow, look at the size of this library. It's almost as big as Miskatonic's.
Actually, it wasn't even a third the size of Miskatonic's library, but young people can be terribly impressionable at times.
Troubling absences in my memory. That's exactly how I felt during those 3 months of 1956. What on earth happened here? Dyer was my applied geophysics professor. He was very strict. Strange character. This must be the professor's office. Astrology is the most utterly stupid thing I've ever come across. A lapel pin with a rather peculiar emblem. Books in different languages. Spanish, Italian, German, Latin. Looks like one is missing. The professor had another appointment today, with a therapist. Professor Everhart doesn't look so intimidating in that portrait. Despite his tone, this Bowen fella doesn't seem particularly friendly. Nora and Harry? The professor was married. The key. I wonder what this opens. Wow. The professor served in U.S. intelligence during the war. The greenhouse and the mausoleum. Someone lit the fireplace, but this room is still cold. There's something oddly comforting about spinning these globes.
Evangeline had never pictured the professor as anything but a hermit. Certainly not someone his relatives still worried about.
Is this young man Professor Everhart?
Evie's last remarkable trait was her extraordinary memory, a gift I was never blessed with. So, allow me, the narrator of this tale, to be the one taking notes. For the sake of clarity, of course.
Good thing the skull is fake. Ugh. Rich people definitely had weird ways of entertaining themselves.
But it wasn't mere entertainment. Harry's mother's life had long been shaped by tragedy, and she had become obsessed with the afterlife.
Excellent. The man's definitely a dead ringer for the professor. A ripped canvas. Looks like the professor's father was involved in politics. Such odd totems. Are these fishes? So Professor Everhart set on an expedition to the Pacific. I never pictured him as an adventurer. That expedition must have been quite important for him.
Oh, it had certainly been important to him, and to the other expedition members.
Torn canvas. The frame reads, Sed Futura. There are a lot of pictures of that fireplace, only shadows. Beginning to suspect the old professor's lost a few marbles. Wow, this room is really depressing. Can't see a thing in here. Better turn my flashlight on. Ah, much better. Looks like a memorial of some kind, dedicated to a woman. Someone has ripped the canvas. There's a Latin inscription in its frame. Providere debemus. Under different circumstances, I might have found this song beautiful. But at the moment, it sends a shiver down my spine. Good heavens above, would you look at the size of this place? This vase-like thing with a face engraved on it can be rotated. What kind of madhouse does the professor live in? It looks like there's a symbol carved into that bucket. Is that a fish? Careful. Stone staircase is slippery. No use. It's locked. What kind of a door is this? Doesn't even have a lock. Just some symbols. hidden room? Gosh, this is so beautiful. Yeah. It's a woman's grave. Nora Everhart. This must be the professor's wife.
Evie found it hard to believe that the recluse living in the abandoned mansion had ever loved anyone. But he had. Truly and profoundly.
Such a graceful and elegant woman.
Evie certainly had a keen eye for beauty.
Found her path in the shadow of morning? Father, husband, and servant of the people. This must have been the professor's father. Oh dear. A dead child. This is simply heartbreaking. The inscription on the frame reads, Praeterita Mutare. In loving memory of our firstborn son, John Everhart Jr. That's from the Bible. Psalm 1, verse 1. This person must have been quite devout. Maybe this guy was in the army? This definitely looks like the greenhouse key.
Harry rarely spoke of his brother John, mostly because he had never known him. The boy had died years before Harry was born. Still, he believed that tragic incident had played a critical part in his mother's
Now it's open. The professor really seems to be interested in botany. It appears to be a Spanish edition of the science fiction novel The Future. Secret compartment?
Evie had never been good with languages, least of all a dead one like Latin. Even so, she managed to grasp the general meaning of the phrase. We can't change the past, but we must anticipate the future.
Looks like a music box of some sort. It doesn't make any sound. Maybe it's broken. Unbelievable. There's some kind of secret compartment in the fireplace. Feels like a mystery novel. I wish this fireplace was lit. It's bone-chilling cold in here. Definitely like a mystery novel. Ooh, I guess I need to go see what's down there. Professor! 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 What happened? He's knocked out cold. The statuette's broken. And the sphere. Shattered to pieces. I wonder if I...
No! Don't touch it! Don't touch it.
Introductions between strangers are always a bit awkward. But in Evie and Harry's case, things were even more uncomfortable, due to the unusual circumstances under which they had met.
How are you feeling, Professor?
Considering I was assaulted, knocked unconscious, and someone tried to rob me in my own home, I suppose not all that well.
Evie didn't know where to start. So, she took the most formal approach.
We haven't been properly introduced.
I know who you are, Miss Drayton. We had an appointment today. And I can also imagine what it is you want to talk to me about.
Evie was taken aback. He knew? So Professor Everhart had read her letters after all.
I suppose you have some questions for me, so go ahead.
What is, or was, that statuette?
You haven't touched any of the pieces of it, have you?
No. You made that very clear.
Good. Because that black orb is made of...
Harry thought of telling her the orb contained the blood of an elder god that came from beyond time and space. But he chose not to frighten Evie for now.
a very dangerous substance.
Dangerous? What do you mean? Is it toxic?
Worse than that. I've seen people lose their sanity and their health just by coming into contact with that substance.
Statuette is in pieces. What happened?
I destroyed it.
You destroyed it?
Yes. It was better than letting it fall into the wrong hands.
Evie felt frustrated. After all the effort it had taken to get Professor Everhart to agree to talk with her about that statuette. And on that very day, that curmudgeon shattered the relic into 1,000 pieces.
I read in a Herald article that the statuette was found in an excavation in Virginia. Is that correct?
Yes. In the caves near the Rappahannock River.
It was led by a professor from Miskatonic, right? Paisley or Presley?
Nathaniel Wingate Peaslee.
Yes, Peaslee. Do you think it would be possible to speak with him?
No. He passed away a few years ago. Of natural causes. Or so I hope.
Who's responsible for all this?
For the robbery? Dr. Frog in the Throat.
Who?
My psychiatrist. Or so I thought. I never should have brought him here. I've been too careless.
I thought the statuette was in the Miskatonic archive.
Yes, well, I brought it here for a research project I'm working on. about ancient civilizations.
Harry couldn't come up with a better excuse than that. Because I've hidden it in my own house to keep prying hands from succumbing to the terrifying powers of the Elder Gods sounded infinitely worse.
But there has to be more, right? More of those statuettes.
I really doubt it.
Are you sure? Because I'm convinced of it, Professor.
And why are you so convinced of that?
I've seen them. In my dreams.
What are you talking about?
Dreams about strange and ancient artifacts brought Harry bad memories. For personal reasons.
My dreams. I mentioned them in my letters. You remember? So, I've long dreamed of a place. It's an ancient stone city, hidden in the jungle, from prehistoric times. And there are more statuettes like that one, all holding those black orbs.
Miss Drayton, you better forget about...
So, if Peasley found that statuette in Virginia, maybe there could be more there.
Listen to me, Miss Drayton.
Maybe in those caves I could find more.
Enough of that! How could you be such a fool? Haven't you listened to a single word I've said? Don't you ever think of going near that cave in Virginia.
Professor, you can't be serious. I need answers.
Of course I'm serious! I forbid it!
Would you stop yelling at me? Grumpy old jerk! Look, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but nobody speaks to me in that tone. And what have I done to you to be so mad at me anyway? Because as far as I know, if it weren't for me, I'd still be locked up behind that fireplace. So you can talk to me till you're blue in the face, but you're not going to forbid me from going anywhere. Do you understand me?
It had been years since anyone raised their voice at Harry, and for the first time in a long time, he felt that an interaction with another human being had been authentic. Perhaps not very enjoyable, but authentic nonetheless.
That fireplace can be opened from the inside, Miss Drayton.
Oh, well,
But even so, I owe you an apology. You've taken quite a risk without even knowing me, Miss Drayton. So, thank you.
all right. Apology accepted.
You're completely determined to go to those caves, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
You're right. I can't stop you from going to Virginia. But how do you plan to get there from Arkham?
Well, I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. I don't think there's a regular bus service, is there?
No, there is not. So here's my proposal. I'll go to Virginia with you. I'll take care of all the expenses, don't worry. If there's one thing I have plenty of, it's money. All I ask in return is that you please follow my instructions while we're there. And be very careful. We'll look for whatever it is you want to find there, and then we'll leave. Agreed, Miss Drayton?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Professor. And don't worry. I promise I won't get in any trouble.
Harry couldn't help but doubt that Evie would keep her promise. But even so, he immediately liked that sharp-tongued and stubborn girl. Which made sense. Harry had been a good friend of Evie's father, after all.
Here we are, the Rappahannock River Caves.
But this place is closed off.
It is indeed. Apparently one of the excavation members died in there. An archaeologist named John Teague. That's why the government shut down the dig shortly after the statuette was found.
Wait, so what we're doing here is illegal?
If I told you that we were trespassing, would that stop you from going in, Miss Drayton?
Nah, not really.
Then go ahead, please. Here, take one. We'll use these to stay in touch. Apparently, the cave branches off into countless tunnels, forming a maze where it's easy to get lost. So watch your step, because the... Evangeline! Miss Drayton! Miss Drayton, can you hear me? Are you all right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm safe. I'm on the path.
Follow the excavation trail. It'll lead you to the underground lake.
A lake? In here?
Yes. The water from the Rappahannock seeps through limestone, so there's a complex hydrological system inside the cave. Peasley mentioned they had come across the statuette somewhere around that lake. It was one of the few things he still recalled from the dig.
Wait, he didn't remember the dig?
In his own words, he suffered a period of absence. Amnesia of some sort. He didn't even recall planning the excavation.
Professor, you won't believe this, but I had amnesia too. I don't remember anything from September to November of last year. When I came to, I was surrounded by books and articles about a place in Norway called Spitsbergen.
Spitsbergen? Isn't that near the Arctic Circle?
Professor? Professor! Do you hear me? Well, everything was properly cleared for the excavation, no doubt about it. Wow. What is this place?
Miss Drayton, over here. I'm here. I'm glad to see you. I thought you'd gotten lost. Are you all right?
Yes, thank you. You weren't lying about those tunnels. Have you found anything, Professor?
This mural. Come take a look at it.
What do you think this means, Professor?
Warnings? Directions? Timelines? For now, it's hard to tell. Notice how, even though the stone seems to have been carved millennia ago, the lines repeat with an almost rhythmic cadence. It's as if they were trying to convey a coded message. What do you think?
All of that was Greek to Evie. Her world was equations and laboratory experiments, not decoding ancient languages.
Well, I'm no expert in architecture, but I think I've seen structures like these in my dreams.
Really? Good. Good. That means we're on the right track.
Do you think we might find more statuettes like Peasley's down here?
Miss Drayton, you were the one convinced you'd find more statuettes here, not me.
Yes, you're right. Gee, you do seem genuinely interested in this.
Well, it's an occupational hazard, I suppose.
Despite his best efforts, Harry had failed to bury his excitement for archaeological fieldwork.
But I'm mostly doing this to help you.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Take a look around the site. If you find anything worth noting, let me know.
I will, Professor. I'll take a look around, see if I can find anything interesting.
Fine. Just don't wander too far from the excavation site.
Though Evie chose not to mention that report, it gave her a clear sense of the danger posed by the black ooze.
The wording here is peculiar, to say the least. I would have liked to speak with this man's father.
Truth is, Evie would not have liked that one bit. Nathaniel Peasley had always been a brooding, reserved man, more even than Harry.
Such strange plants. There's some kind of stone dumbwaiter here.
What? A dumbwaiter?
I see some ruins rising out of the water here. Professor, have you read this report? Does Project Kronos mean anything to you?
No, I've never heard of it.
I've found a report stating that the entire cave may function as an open-tube acoustic resonator, sustaining standing sound wave patterns.
Yes, could be.
Harry was a scholar, rather than a scientist. Of course, he hadn't understood a word of Evie's scientific jargon.
There's another mural. Looks like instructions of some kind. Just a series of steps to follow.
Instructions, you say? Well, this is all quite fascinating.
I found some diving equipment. What if Peasley didn't find that statuette near the lake, but rather beneath the lake?
You're not thinking what I believe you're thinking, Miss Drayton.
That depends. What do you believe I'm thinking?
Getting into that diving suit and going down into the depths of the lake.
No. I just want to take a look around. That's all. Seems like a telephone for communicating with the diver. It seems they found the statuette in the depths of the cave's lake.
Evie deliberately chose to omit that the man in the photograph had been entirely covered in black ooze.
In the depths of the lake? Are you sure about that? Wait until I finish with this mural and we'll talk about it.
An air compressor. It looks like it works in the same way as the one we had in the workshop, except for diving cylinders instead of car wheels. Pressure gauge, a sealing joint, nothing too complicated. I think I can make it work again. This is the hose where the pressurized air comes out of. This empty cylinder will do. Oh, darn it. This machine doesn't seem to be... Oh, darn it. This machine doesn't seem to be working. Ugh, the diving platform isn't getting any power.
What did you expect? The expedition wrapped up nearly 10 years ago. Nothing will be working after all this time.
The wiring in this place doesn't look too tricky. I think I could get it running again.
They're teaching physics majors to repair junk now?
Now it's working. Well, it must be full of air now. You won't believe it, but I managed to get the whole diving system working. The suit is ready to—
What? Didn't I tell you to leave that damn suit alone?
But Professor,
You promised you wouldn't get into any trouble. That's why I brought you here, remember?
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm thinking. Forget about going down into that lake, you hear me?
Okay, Professor. Sorry about that.
Evie knew perfectly well that going down into the depths of the lake was not only dangerous, it was reckless. Besides, she had given the professor her word. So she asked herself if she really wanted to go down there. And the answer, of course, was yes.
Professor, can you hear me? I'm sorry, but I'm going down.
What? Are you out of your mind? Don't do it! You're going to...
I have to go, Professor. I'm sorry. Wow.
Evangeline? Evangeline! Can you hear me?
Yep, I'm here, Professor.
How could you go down there on your own? That was utterly reckless. Don't you realize the danger you're in? Come back up right now!
Please calm down. It's all right. I just want to take a look down here.
Evie felt she was so close to finding answers. And she was already down there. What harm could it do if she just took a look at that refinery?
This is madness. I should have been the one to go down.
Professor, how could you possibly go down here at your age?
What do you mean at my age? I'm only 67.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were like 80?
Harry found himself thinking he might have let himself go too much. 80 years old? Really?
Oh, must be the beard. Tell me what you see, please.
It's hard to put into words. I never imagined an underwater cave could hold so much beauty.
What's happening?
This place is full of black liquid waterfalls?
Miss Drayton, please. Turn back at once and return by...
Oh no. No! I'm trapped! There's a column of black ooze behind me. Oh God. What do I do?
Keep calm, Evangeline. We'll find a way out, all right? And most important, don't go near the black ooze under any circumstances. Now move forward and tell me what you see.
I see a ladder. Someone from the excavation must have made it this far.
Climb it. The farther you are from the black ooze, the better.
I'm out of the water. I think I'm in the refinery Peasley talked about. Professor, there's another mural here. Looks like a creature carrying the statuette and breaking the black ooze flow.
So that statuette repels the ooze? It's odd, but it's our only choice.
I don't know if I can actually do anything here. The whole chamber looks dead. We were wrong about the statuettes, Professor. They're not ritual or ornamental objects. They're just energy containers, like a car battery. I can see one of those murals in here. But this one is massive. Wait a minute. I know this. I've seen this hundreds of times.
In your dreams?
No. At the university. This is a blueprint. A technical drawing. Thousands of years old, but that's what it is. And you won't believe this, but everything in here runs on...
Black ooze.
How could you possibly know that?
I just know. Tell me what else is in the mural.
One of those towers is loaded with statuettes.
I told you so, Professor, Evie thought of saying. But seeing the mess she'd gotten herself into, she figured it wasn't the right time to brag.
Those piano keys I saw on the surface, it seems they're used to control the towers. It looks like the black ooze can be channeled from where I am now. There's some kind of valve-driven collector system that directs the flow upward. Apparently, we need 4 units of black ooze. Those ruins I saw rising out of the water, they're not ruins, Professor. They're 2 stone towers. And apparently, they're used to alter the state of that liquid. The black ooze. Wait, what?
What is it, Miss Brent?
It lit up. Everything in here just lit up all of a sudden. Looks like I can't pump this up until the big tank is completely full of black ooze. I'll try to redirect the black ooze upward.
Fine, but please be careful.
Don't worry. This isn't so different from the fluids lab back at Miskatonic. think I've got it. I've redirected the black ooze upwards, so...
Yes. Something's happening up here. Let me take a look. What is that?
Harry's fascination was growing. Here he had living proof of an ancient civilization with technology beyond anything he had ever seen.
I can use this to talk with Evangeline. Damn it, Evangeline. What were you thinking going down there? Rotation through the use of a substance. This civilization used the black ooze to power their contraptions.
Like the Nicole, Harry thought, though he didn't voice it. It brought...
Black ooze again. Damn it.
At any other time, the thought of 10-foot intelligent beings dwelling on Earth would have seemed absurd to him. But Harry had seen too much in his life to dismiss anything outright.
So Peasley came to his senses the moment he held the statuette in his hands. No doubt these are instructions. And I believe they're connected to those platforms Evangeline told me about. All of these murals definitely seem to be instructions. Instructions for that refinery. Towers. Stone towers. No, not now, damn it!
But the oily shadows Harry saw obeyed no reason. They simply appeared when he least expected them. Though the reality of those shadows was, of course, far more complex than that.
I see an entrance ahead. What does this mean? Filling? This is empty. Something could fit inside. Oh my.
What is it, Professor?
You are right. This stone tower is filled with statuettes.
For many years, Harry had been haunted by that statuette. Still, he felt reassured to find that none of these held a sphere of black ooze.
Oh, there's another floor up there. Oh, there's another floor up there. The statuette fits perfectly. The tower with black ooze. It's filled to the brim with black ooze now. I'm not touching that. That's as far as the towers can move in that direction. Just lowered the tower. I think I'm beginning to understand how... Phew. Yes, it should be complete now.
Harry glanced uneasily at the freshly made black orb. He didn't like it one bit.
All right. I think I've followed all the steps. Now I just need to send it to Evangeline. I hope she knows what to do with it.
Evie finally held the statuette in her hands, and at once she felt disappointed. Yes, the statuettes were containers of energy, but did that explain her dreams? Her visions? She had to learn more about that lost civilization.
I've got the statuette, Professor, but it looks incomplete. Different than in the murals. The black orb should be lower. Now it looks right.
Excellent. Now you should be able to cross safely. Come on, get out of there, quickly!
Professor? I'm losing you.
Delene!
Professor! Professor! I can't hear you!
Evie felt a chill sweep through her body.
Don't worry, Jennifer. Everything's gonna be fine.
Impossible though it was, she had just heard her dead father's voice, unmistakably.
It works! It works! The path is open!
Evangeline? I can hear you now.
Oh, good. Glad you're back, Professor.
I'll be waiting for you here. Once you're out, we'll return to... What the...
Professor?
Evangeline, listen to me. There's someone else here.
What do you mean, someone else?
Stay down there until I tell you to...
Professor? Professor!
Evie lingered in the dark waters of the cave, waiting for the professor's signal. A signal that never came. Even so, prudent as she was in waiting, her air supply wouldn't last forever. So when all the noise above finally ceased, she decided to come up.
Professor! Professor, I finally have it! I have the statue...
Well, this is interesting. You're going to have to come with us, Miss Drayton.